Hey guys, welcome back to the WODdoc Project365, episode 218. Today we are getting up close and personal. We're talking about getting deep up into your butt. I mean, it's a weird subject to talk about, but it's something that happens, especially in people that squat a lot. Thrusters do this. Whenever we get really low and deep into the squat, here, right, we employ a lot of external rotation into the leg. So there's a possibility that we could get some pain way up in here, right? And that kind of happens, and it kind of came up today, so it's something I want to talk about. I figured if I saw it, that a lot of other people saw it as well, or have seen it, or experienced it, okay? So it doesn't necessarily matter about the anatomy there. We're not going to talk about specific muscles, but what I want to talk about is I want to show you a quick diagram. I'm not a Picasso or anything, but okay. So if we picture this being your back, this is your spinal column, right? The part coming down. These are your ribs. These are your hip bones, right? And this right here is your sacrum. It looks like a triangle, okay? Now, you have a lot of muscles that come off what we're going to call the lateral border of your sacrum, okay? Or the outside border of the sacrum. So this would be the middle. This would be the outside border, right? So you have some tissues that come onto the outside there. And you have to remember, you have your gluteal crease, or AKA butt cheeks, that are actually kind of folded up over here. So this is pretty deep up into this region right here. So here's what we're going to do to take care of those. If you're that person that this happened to, and you feel like you have that pain that's way up in there, right? We're going to take ourselves a ball, and we're basically going to come down. I want you to feel where that little bump is right there on your backside, right? You're going to follow that down, and you're going to be able to feel, obviously, this is your gluteal crease right here, right? So all we're going to do is we're going to follow this down as far as we can go to like where we feel like the end of that triangle that I just showed you on the picture is. So we're going to just kind of roll up in here, right? And we're going to get nice and deep up there in that business, right? And you'll be able to feel, what you're looking for is two things. You have one bone that we call your sit bone, right? Or your ischial tuberosity. And then you have the outside border of your sacrum. We're going to get right in between there, right? And we're just going to kind of settle down on that. Hang out there for a second. It's not the most comfortable position. What we could do is we can use the box to support ourselves, and we can roll back and forth. And we're basically going up our butt crack. There's not a nice way to say it, right? It's just kind of what it is. It is what it is. So be mature about it and work through that as well. Now, if that's too much, what we can do is we can find a hot spot and we can use our leg. A lot of these muscles that we were just talking about are rotators of the hip. So what we're going to do is we put that back right where I was just talking about, but instead of moving our body, what we're going to do is we're going to find a position that allows us to get enough pressure that we're squeezing or compressing the tissue, but not enough pressure that it stops us from breathing, so to speak, right? And then all I'm going to do is now lift up my hip. Basically, I'm scraping that border, the outside border of that sacrum, okay? Then what I can do is I can employ rotation, just like that. And it's not really the most comfortable position. The third way I could do it is come in and out and in and out. So there's a bunch of different ways, but the idea is the placement of the ball. One more time. We're going to get onto our sit bone or our butt bone. We can always figure out which one that is. It's the only bony prominence that's there, right? And then the triangle that's right here. So we got butt bone, triangle, ball comes down, folds down our gluteal crease. We're just going to sit up on there until we're right in between the middle. It's kind of close and personal, but it's the only way we can get there and get in and do that. Do our business, right? Loosen that sucker up. See if that reduces some of your pain. And you'll know, because if this is you, we can hardly walk, right, when it happens. And after we loosen that tissue up, we should be able to squat, without a problem. Guys, until tomorrow, we are optimizing function to optimize performance.